It's a beautiful sunny day. Brock's driving.
Kind of.
Yeah, kind of. Can everybody hear me? Let's start there. And can you see me? I assume you can see me. And since you all are the first 16 people to watch the live stream, you get to see the really cool stuff first. You ready for this? Watch. Flip the camera. Flip the camera around. All right, we're planting. We're planting. We're planting. There's an ends here, Brock. Steering wheel, Brock. 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 Whoop. Lifting the planter. Turning. Don't hit the trees. Auto track. Turn automation. We got her figured out today, and that was sweet. Pretty dang cool. Loud and clear. Good. Glad you can hear me. No comments. You guys got to ask me some questions so I have something to talk about. We're planting corn. We're in Berkey today. We are having quite a day so far. Let's see. I've planted 78 acres plus 67 acres plus, exit that page, 25 acres. Somebody add that up and tell me how many acres that is. It's a lot. Brock's going to do it. 78 plus 67. No, 78. Come on. Plus 25. 170 done. We've got, nope. Go back to that. 170 plus, let's see, 64 minus 25, 60 minus 20 is 40. 39 plus 60 plus 13 is 282. Yeah, so that's the total for down here. Minus 170. 112 to go down to Berkey. We are going to put a plot here. It is going to be tomorrow. I don't know exactly how big that plot's going to be. Probably 5 acres. Maybe 12 entries in it. And then that 13-acre piece we're probably going to save for the morning because it'll be midnight before I get the rest of it done. So we should end up with somewhere in the ballpark of 260 acres done today. And that includes the commute down here, the move this morning, and that started early. So, yeah. All right, let's see here. How did I know I'd be doing end rows when you started this? Sorry, Justin. We'll be here for a while, so just do your end rows and then, keep me on in the background. Turn automation is sweet. It is indeed sweet. I've known that this tractor is capable of it and that we had that ability, but I've kind of been waiting for these big, square, nice open fields to do it and to set it up just because I'm still learning this tractor and getting comfortable in it. Now that I kind of know how it works, it was super easy to set up. Nope. Survey people are calling me. Now that I know how it works and can get it set up and everything, I would try it at some of our fields in Waldron. But yeah, there goes a neighbor. We're not the only ones out here planting. There's actually been lots of activity in the neighborhood today. Lots of dust flying, so that's a good thing. It's not just us. Yeah. It's the neighbor Don. Planting in north central Iowa. Good for you guys. I got a buddy in west central Iowa and was curious if I needed to call him or text him, see how they're doing. It is indeed go time. Kind of. 170. Good job, Rocky. Thank you. Have you gotten used to the new stick? I'm getting better at it. I still don't know that I like it as much as the old 8R tractor, but yeah. How many dollars is an 8RX? A lot. Although, I will tell you this. We got a deal on this tractor. I say that kind of jokingly, but I saw one for sale last week because I was bored, so I was perusing Tractor House because that's what you do when you're bored. That's where the used equipment is all sold. And some dealership somewhere was selling a 21 model 8RX 370, identical to this tractor. Same tracks, same trim levels, everything. It had over 1,000 hours on it, 1,043. They wanted 20,000 more than we paid for this one brand new, less than 3 months ago. That's insane. I texted that to my salesman and like, holy cow, this is ridiculous. And he's like, they'll get it. It's amazing. It's unbelievable. Anyway, planted a half acre of tomatoes and peppers all by hand over the last 3 days. Dude, it is too hot to be outside planting stuff by hand. But good job. I saw one of the neighbors was planting tomatoes yesterday. They grow like field scale tomatoes. So when are you going to put Brock on full time? Brock, when do you want to start working full time?
I don't.
He doesn't. I'm not going to put him on full time because he doesn't want to work full time, and I don't have enough to keep him busy full time. So not going to happen. All right, Brock, you ready for a challenge?
Sure.
Okay, we got half a planter pass over here, right?
Yep.
So here's what we're going to do. We're going to drive down there and we're going to put our end rows in, and then we're going to plant the pass along the woods and we're going to curve it to continue into this pass. Okay? So we're coming up to the edge of this woods and we don't have another full planter pass. And I think that's how we're going to do it. We're going to see, but lift it. Okay, turn. Too close to the trees, man. Turn.
It's turn.
No, I don't want it turning. I want you turning. Okay, now go that way. Nope. Drive down there. Where's our auto steer line? Hit your next auto steer line. Let's see where it's at. Then we'll know how big of a gap we're going to have there, whether it's worth filling in. What do I do with that? All right, I need a public opinion poll. Flip camera. Every time I hit that button, it takes twice. All right, so we're on our next planter pass. You see the gap between the trees and the planter there?
Maybe two.
What do I do with that? It's 3 rows. Maybe only 2 rows. I'm not planting that. Is it straight? Are there going to be more rows down here? I bet we could get 4 in there. What do I do with it? Tell me what you think. Hello from Illinois. I was running the tractor. The tractor's awesome. Planting in Ohio. Cool. I'm in Ohio today too. Glad you got some of that 8RX Bush Light. Yep. Glad we got it. $250,000. You're not really close there, actually. Hello from England. It's Friday there. Minnesota. Hello from West Tennessee. Are you in Berkey? Yes, we're in Berkey. South Africa, South Australia, 8:30 a.m. There you go. It's breakfast time. Most of you guys watch my videos for breakfast, just not in Australia. Good afternoon and evening. Hi, Alex. You aren't done yet. No, I am not done yet. I'm sorry, but we're trying. How are you guys coming out there in New York, Andy? And thanks for joining. Would you ever consider putting Fender's tank on the 8RX and ditch the pull tank? I would consider putting tank.
Can you come over there?
Sure, you can go that way. Don't hit the stake. So we farmed this field as well, but it's a full mile, and we can't make mile-long passes. It does not work for planting, for harvesting. I mean, we could plant it, but so we put end rows right here in the middle, break these 2 fields in half, and all right, hit your guidance. You'd be right. Don't hit that stake. Don't hit that tree.
I can't get here with the.
Hit your auto steer button. You're too oh no, you're way past it. Not even close. Not even close. What are you doing here?
Putting it in the ground.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Everybody make fun of Brock's rows back there.
I'll grab the combine.
Uh-huh. We're way over anyway. We should be way over that way. It's alright. I'll fix it with the next one.
Next field.
Now my end rows over there are going to be curved. Oh, we're way off. Oh well.
One of the gator passes.
Why? What are you going to go through here with the gator for? All right. Anyway, tanks on this tractor. I'm more interested in front tanks than the rear tanks because the front tanks, or the rear inboard fender tanks, if they came on and off easy, I would do it, but they take up way too much space, and I don't want to run them all year. I would want to take them off after we're done with them. So yesterday got 4.5 inches of rain in an hour. Rosebrook, Michigan. Really? Up in Michigan? Wow. I know the guys in Minnesota got hammered yesterday and this morning. I feel really bad for them, but I thought Michigan was doing pretty well. But how many total acres do you have in Ohio? Well, I assume you mean in the Berkey area here. Total, we have just under 600, 560, 70, something like that. But a lot of our fields at Waldron are still in Ohio, so it's more than that in Ohio. Okay, stop. Lift it up. Stop. You're not stopped. There you go. Okay, back up. Okay. Turning the steering wheel when you're backing up is a dangerous thing, because once that tank starts going, it's going. And if you're not far enough back, you're kind of screwed. All right, stop. Forward. You got to turn sharp here. Turn, turn, turn. Turn, turn, turn. Okay. Now straighten it out. Straighten it out. No, don't do an S. And just kind of watch that end of that planter and get it right where you need it to be. Turn. Hit your auto steer button. Now. It's too late. You're too late.
I hit it when you said.
Yeah, but it's too late. Put the planter down. Put the planter down. You go now. You're in the ground. Why'd you stop?
Because I was going to back up.
No, don't back up. Go.
Go. Come on.
All right. You're all right. Did you click the planter down?
Yes, I did.
Is the vac fans running? Or the CCS fan? Did you click it?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. We're learning on the go here. This is the tricky stuff, right? So yeah, where we started back there, where it's just going through the field and the tractor turns around on its own, super easy, right, Brock?
So,
Yeah.
I want you guys to know, yesterday was my first time playing Ford ever.
Yep.
Even on all the other farms I've ever worked at, and I'm in an 8RX that I've never driven before in a 16-row planter.
With a tank behind it that makes it that much harder because you can't back up.
Exactly.
I understand. You're doing fine. But this is the hard part, right? It's not having big curves on the end of your end rows like we've got over there. And it's making sure that you're in the right spot. And this one's harder because there's not a defined line between those fields. There's a fence post, and you got to try and sight it in from that. But once you're set, and yeah.
What's the pulse are we gonna worry
about? You're gonna pull right up to the grass, just past the grass, and then stop. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, and stop. Lift the planter up. Now you're gonna back up. Straight up. Yep. Don't even touch the steering wheel. Okay, now if you want to get real fancy here, you can hit this button. Wait. Push it up and forward. And that changes our direction. Turn and turn. And you can go right through there and hit this pass that we drove down. You can just take it right back. We've got our tender truck over there. We've got a little fertilizer on it. The seed tender's over there. And Brock parked the field cultivator. When he got done, he finished with this field and jumped in to ride for a little bit. Oh, you gotta change your guidance line back. Slow down, slow down, slow down. Okay, there you go. Keep steering. Scroll down. Main, right there. Okay, hit it. Good job. There we go. We're not gonna plant that. It's not worth it. Oh, I didn't even get down to see your answers. When are you gonna get the anhydrous bar out? What?
I had to make 2 tracks, and we don't want that. Now we're going back to the same track, so we're doing good.
That's why we hit the auto steer button before, so we were in the same tracks.
I know, but if we would have moved over, we would have had 2 tracks.
Right, exactly. But we'd have 4 more rows of corn.
Yeah. But you said you're gonna might run short on corn.
Nah, yeah, but that's not a good reason to not plant it. When are you gonna get the anhydrous bar out? Well, when we need to. So we side dress everything. Our first corn is maybe starting to poke out of the ground today. I don't know. I haven't had a chance to look at it, but yeah. Front stainless tanks might replace towed rear model. Yes, that is the most likely scenario. I cannot guarantee it's going to happen. I'm really concerned about the weight, right? Putting front tanks on the planter would make the planter tractor very, very heavy going down the road. I really like filling up in the yard and driving to my fields, putting 500 or 700 gallons of liquid fertilizer on the front of that, adding 7,000 pounds to the front axle plus is, yeah, probably not a great idea. All right, let's flip us back around here. Got to teach them while they're young. I know. That's why Ryland's going to jump in the tractor. We'll teach him next year. So, 1 year gig, Brock.
Hey, you own it, not me.
My dad said that this morning. He jumped in real quick. Spoiler alert for tomorrow's video, but you're going to see it anyway. So, my dad jumped in with me this morning very briefly while we were planting, and I was figuring out the turn automation stuff, and I kind of held the camera up to him, and I said, so you want to learn how to drive this and stuff like I taught Brock yesterday? And he looks at me, he's like, no, not today, not right now. And I'm like, it's super easy. And then the tractor starts to turn itself, and I thought it was funny. He's like, he laughed, but then he was like, well, we'll just put Ryland in here then. Yep, all right. Trinidad and Tobago. It never ceases to amaze me where everybody's from. Fill it, leave it, plant it. Boys have plant those missing rows with the earth. There you go. Leave it. It's 2-2. Costs a lot more to fill in with a 8RX fuel over here in England at $1.40 a liter. I don't know what $1.40 a liter translates to in gallons, but fuel is stupid expensive. So plant it. It's money. Plant the 3 rows. Oh no. Hello from Richmond, Virginia. Move over half a row and double up the end row. Nope, that isn't gonna work. Plant every square foot you can. Yeah. Started Monday here, getting dry. Good. Glad you guys are able to work there, Andy. Howdy, Nathan and Brock. Central Indiana. We haven't started planting yet. We've been working on disking and cultivating with our Oliver 1955. Oh gosh, that is no fun. Open station 90 degrees. Yeah, no fun today. Dang it, skip it as you were answering my questions about the tanks. Have fun harvesting that mess. See, that's to you. That's to you, not me.
It's not the worst thing I've ever harvested.
Poor Brock. How many acres do you farm, Nathan? A little over 3,000. The top tier control package. Yeah, that tractor, yeah, it did have it. High windstorm system cutting through central Nebraska up to eastern South Dakota. Brock's in the big boy seat now. It's a different show. It's more than pressing one button. Welcome to the real world. See? Yep.
A lot of things to monitor here in the planner.
Yeah. Hendog, thank you for that super chat. Super generous of you. Very much appreciated. Thank you. How many gallons of liquid starter can you carry with the tank and on the planner? So we are capable of carrying 300 on the planner, 1,600 in the pulled tank. So 1,900 total. I have not added anywhere close to that this year for a couple of reasons. Biggest one being I've cut my starter rates down. I'm no longer averaging 15 gallons to the acre. I'm more like 10 to 11. And so I don't need as much to plant fields, and I just haven't needed to get that much. So that is why we haven't filled it. I do actually have the front tank almost full right now, and that is because I have some of that Xyway, that infertile fungicide, in that tank. And when the back one gets empty, or really when we get down to 21 acres.
Which way are we turning?
That way. Does it say it wrong?
No,
Oh, no, yeah, we do need to go over here. We got to pass, we got to fill in. Yeah, you're going to have to do this one by hand.
Yeah, sure. So did I turn the turn off?
No, it'll just
override?
take over it.
Good.
All you got to do is turn the steering wheel and you're in control, so. Yeah. So when we skipped over and filled, yeah, we've got to pass over here. We got to fill in, so we're gonna do that one next. Otherwise, I'll forget about it. But anyway, as far as the fertilizer stuff goes, I don't think I've had more than 12 or 1,300 gallons on at a time yet this year. So it's it really works out pretty well. And one of the things I'm considering doing is trying, if I put tanks on the tractor, then I could maybe put some ammonium thiosulfate on the sulfur with my side dress application and take some of that off of the planter, not put it all on with the planter, because half of what I'm putting on right now is ATS, or for sulfur purposes. And getting that off the planter would make me need even less, and so I wouldn't have to carry as many gallons. We could go to like a 5 to 7 gallon per acre rate on the planter, and that would be even better. So I don't know, ideas I'm kicking around, but we'll see. Get Nathan out of the buddy seat. You're gonna have to go home.
Yeah, I know. It's either Nathan in the buddy seat or Nathan in the driver's seat.
If it's beans, plant every single acre. For corn, skip here and there. Yeah, my rule of thumb is that if it's 4 rows, I plant it. But the problem is, especially like that one where it's a half a pass, or I then have to side dress that. I have to harvest it, which harvesting isn't as big a deal, but I hate having 1 or 2 rows left on the edge of the field. It costs me more money in fuel than it does to plant that, I feel like. And just time and wear and hours, it's just not worth it. And so I usually skip stuff like that. Now, I was gonna skip this. We're probably still gonna skip it, but gosh, why do I have to push that twice? We're now planting up to that corner of the woods, and we have to drive back to the other end anyway. So I think we might as well fill it in, right, Brock?
We're going that way.
We're going that way. So do we curve all those rows out, or do we pick it up and shift over and plant it? I think we pick up and shift over and plant it.
Drive up as far as we can?
No. Well, because our end rows don't go out that far either. See, this is the problem. What do we do with that? Yeah. When you get up to your end rows and then turn this way and make a big loop, and we'll put those 4 rows in. But you should still be in the tire tracks of the last pass, just over. I'll show you. We'll figure it out. All right. Planting in southwest Michigan, 30 miles northwest from you. You consider 30 miles northwest from me southwest Michigan? That's interesting, because I would consider us to be southeast Michigan, or south central really. 30 miles northeast would be Coldwater-ish area. All right, I'll give you that one. Branch County, you can make it west. Hi Nathan, how are you tonight? Planting going okay? How's the ground? Planting is going well. I am doing good, and the ground is decent. I'm not going to call it great here. The field we did this morning, first thing was better. This one, there's some chunky stuff, but most of it's not too bad. All right, you're going to have to back up now.
Well, because
Stop.
that pass over there is not planted.
I know. Well, you were going to go way back around and fill it in, but it's all right. It's all right. It's all right.
I got this.
All right, let's just let him do it. I won't tell him how. I just want to thank you for the hard work you do making videos and opening your life to us. You're welcome. Tonight's is going to be a rough one because I'm going to be here super late, and then I have to go home and edit a video. So we're probably going to be editing in a tractor seat tonight, which I've done that before. It's no big deal. Hope Maddie is doing well. Nice to be in the new house. It is very nice to be in the new house. Is Jack helping with any tillage this spring? Is he younger or older than your dad? Jack is older. He's the second. You better turn. Oh yeah, I'm not supposed to tell him.
Fine.
Yeah, but why are you way out here? You gotta be over that way. Turn. He hasn't done any tillage yet this spring. He's been kind of around some and not other times. Mostly when it's been wet that he's been around, but this is really hard for me. I just want you to know that. Push okay. Good job. Every time, gotta hit it twice. All right, so here's what we're doing. We're planting 4 rows over there. You can see the green on the monitor. Those 4 rows with the other ones lit up. The section control turns the rest of the planter off, so that works out really well. It also turns the fertilizer off on 3 sections, so we're only putting fertilizer on those 4 rows as well, which is something that I can do this year and have not been able to do in the past. That's really nice with my new fertilizer system. And by doing that, our tractor tracks now, that track is where that one would have normally been. So we're driving in the same track there, and that track is actually following a wing wheel from the planter. So where the outside wing wheels ran on this last pass over here is now where that one is. So are we making new tracks? Yes, kind of, but we are still following the same ones that we were already in. So it doesn't work out too bad to plant 4 rows. All right. The other thing with Jack New and Tillages this year, well, we sold our 8300, so we don't have that tractor to send him in with a second fuel cultivator. Now we have the disc hooked up to the 8430, and he can run that no problems. But we just haven't had a lot of days that we've even been able to run that. So, and when we have needed it, we've had people. The terrible twosome causing trouble. Joke oak. All right. Hi boys. Hi Wayne. Your videos make a wonderful thing to watch during breakfast. That's good. They really help to motivate me to have a productive day. Do they? I mean, I've gotten a lot done, so I suppose if seeing other people being productive motivates you, then yeah, that'll do it. Has the baby girl came yet, or how much longer? She has not yet. We're hoping to get done planting corn first, but we're a couple weeks out yet. 2 to 3 weeks, somewhere in that ballpark. So you don't have to take them all the way to the corner. I would lift and turn now. When you have the turn automation on and you're outside of the boundary, the tractor does not like it at all. It will yell at you. Did you set it down or did it do it itself? Oh, okay. I was gonna say it was down really early that time. All right. You are welcome to go whenever. You don't have to stick around for this. So. Okay. All right. Hi guys, do you think you will be able to finish before the next rain? If any of you have questions for Brock, he's probably only doing another round or two, so get him in quick. Do you think we'll be able to finish before the next rain? I think they may be calling for some over the weekend here, and I'm not too far away from you in Southwest Ontario. Yeah, they were calling for rain heavy on Sunday, I think, and a chances on Saturday. So what happens on Saturday will determine whether or not we get done, probably. I had hoped to get more done at Waldron before we moved here to Berkey yesterday. It was too wet. I couldn't do it. So Phil was able to disc one of the fields going to corn that needed to be disced yet. So that's good. I think we'll be able to keep planting tomorrow after we get moved back up there. Whether I can get it done depends on whether I can do it on Saturday and whether those fields have continued to dry out enough. It is 80, 85 degrees, sunny. It is really nice out. So it's drying fast. It's a little humid, but the heat is driving the moisture out of the ground. It's just a matter of how fast does it happen and is it quick enough. Our corn stalks, however, are hanging really wet. They're not drying very good, and we're not going to finish planting beans before Sunday. Hopefully, Phil gets back to planting tomorrow and can get a bunch done tomorrow and maybe Saturday, and we're at least closer. But it's not great there. Glad your ground is okay. That's good. You're doing good. Thanks. Good day, Nathan from Moore, Australia. Currently in the middle of planting winter wheat. Interesting. Yep, that makes sense. 20,000 acres done, 15,000 to go. That is insane. That's awesome.
They can run the big old.
I know. Have you guys ever seen the video of the guy planting in Australia with like a 200-foot wide planter? I don't know how big it really is, but it's huge. And there's this lone tree in the middle of the field, and it's right in the middle of a planter pass. And this guy perfectly executes a circle around that tree with that awesome planter. It's impressive, but cut the dang tree down. Like, holy crap, it's in the way. Will you go with tracks on your next planter? Well, maybe, but do you know how much tracks cost on a planter? I looked this up last week too when I was bored because it was too wet to plant. $55,000 option from John Deere. $55,000 to go to tracks. That's a lot of money, guys. I don't know. Why don't we see Phil on camera? Does he not want to be on YouTube star like Brock and yourself? Brock, you just got called the YouTube star. That's iffy. All right, everybody ready for this? Okay. My arm was tired. I needed to hold it in the other hand. Phil, we just don't. He has no desire to be on camera. We've never really discussed it a lot, but I'm not going to put him on camera, and quite frankly, I'm not going to film around him either. So I'm sorry. I know that degrades my content and makes the quality go down, but it's the way that it's going to have to be if I'm going to do YouTube videos. So it's lucky that I can get Dad on camera every now and then, and he doesn't complain. Saw an 8RX working ground today. You know what? I saw another 8RX go down the road today. Almost identical looking to my rig. Planter, tank. He had a 24-row planter though, but I was like, holy crap, look at that. That's awesome. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I'm sitting in one. That's pretty awesome too. Good to see you all in the fields from just north of Reading. Good luck this season. Thanks. Good luck to you as well. Reading is close. Yep, got some friends up that way that I assume are planting like crazy, but I haven't talked to them. Thank you as well. I watch your videos at least 5 days a week. I see your channel slowly growing. Keep it up with YouTube. It's a turtle race. Don't let the algorithm get you down. No, I'm fine, man. I jumped up to almost 21,000 pretty quick from when we hit 20,000 there, what, a month ago now? Yeah. And I am working on merch still. Like, that's, I've seen samples. I haven't seen samples. I've seen mock-ups. I'm waiting for samples. But we're getting there. When you plant just 4 extra rows like that, I know the other 12 rows aren't planting, but since the units are in the ground, are the already planted seeds being disturbed? In theory, if I'm dead on accurate with where we're at, those openers should be just touching the seed that's already in the ground. In reality, I'm not that good. Brock's not that good at driving.
Not freaking.
And it's probably fine. The fertilizer openers would probably disturb them more than the seed openers would, but I don't worry about that. Next rain, finish before the water breaks. Not the yeah. Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. I'm following you now. Thank you. Appreciate that. Hi Nathan, it's great to see you mentoring Brock. You're a great teacher to all who watch your channel. Thank you. In all fairness, Rock, I assume that's you. Doing all right, big shoes to fill. What about the question about Phil? Does he not like to be filmed? Yeah, I answered that one. Planner learning curve, Brock at the bottom. You're never near the top end. It is not easy. Like he's doing a good job. A lot of this getting lined up and not having the curves on the ends. It's all just a matter of feel, and I have been doing this for 10 years, so you don't just pick it up overnight. You got to learn, especially with a new tractor and figuring all that out, how it turns and how it steers and when you need to start turning to make the planter go where you want it to go, and it's all a process.
It's not really that critical with beans and wheat that I've planted before.
True. Beans and wheat, you put it in the ground and go, and you cover everything. But with corn, you got to follow the rows, and yeah. It's all good. Being a firefighter like Brock cracks me up seeing him take off and makes me realize what the guys on the farm are going through when I take off. He helped the other firefighters, I assume he means, that, you just go. Did your seal repairs on the bean planter fix the bar getting out of level? I feel like it did help on the side where I replaced the cylinder seals and the what else? Oh, the seals in that block. The other wing is still settling, so I don't know if I missed some in the block or if it's the cylinder seals over there, but that one side they drop almost overnight setting. The other side stays up really good now. So yes, it helped, but I'm not sure what I did that helped it. So, and we did replace some cylinder seals on the planter, on this planter, the corn planter, and those are not leaking anymore either. So that definitely fixed our problem there. Have you guys checked on the 9R? I know in today's video you said it had way too much oil in it. Are you sure it's not throwing coolant into the oil? I think I was sitting on a level when I checked that, but Dad came down this morning and he started, and there was no way he would have started that tractor up without checking the oil. Did not say anything to me about it, so something we'll keep an eye on. It was just in the shop for stuff, and one thing I have noticed on that tractor is that it doesn't necessarily drain all the oil out when you drain it, and so when you put in the total recommended amount, sometimes you get too much. And I don't know. We'll keep an eye on it, but yeah, definitely something to watch. Are you or have you planted any of the red candy corn yet? Yes, I planted some of that way back when we were planting before. It is right across the road from the farm. I think I talked about it. That hybrid has issues. The grain quality is fantastic on it. The yield is pretty good on it, but it has standability issues and So I did not plant very much of it, and I put it really close to the farm where I can watch all of my mistakes and it fall down so that I don't get tempted to plant it again next year. No, it's so that I can spray it. We're going to put fungicide on there. It's an early corn. It's going to be the first stuff we harvest, most likely, or very close to it. And hopefully it'll be standing long enough for us to get to it. But that's if we're going to harvest corn in September, it will be that field. I can just about guarantee that. So I've seen that video. The tractor is like a bud. Is he talking about my big bud videos?
No, I'm thinking that big planter that you set out in Australia, that 100.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, we're way back to that one. Yeah, I don't know what tractor they had on it, but yeah,
That's a big one.
that video's old. It's been out for a long time. So glad to see you and Brock. When you are done planting corn, will you switch the planter to beans and help plant beans? Probably not. I could. The later we get, the less I want to plant 30-inch row beans. The more likely scenario, and still highly unlikely, is that we would hook the air seeder up and plant some 10-inch row beans with that. But even that is probably not going to happen unless it gets really late. But we'll see. It's a possibility. Millennial Farmer has tracks on his planter. Yeah, and Millennial Farmer makes $500,000 on YouTube a year. So, no, I don't know if he makes that much, but he makes a lot of money. Is Phil your uncle? Yes, he is my uncle. How many acres do you guys have left? Not very many. We got to be down to, I'm going to say 300 by the end. Less. Of corn, yeah, of corn. Beans, we got a ways to go yet. What do you like better, the new combine or the new tractor? I mean, I am partial to the new tractor. The combine is pretty sweet. When we get back in that this summer for wheat harvest, it's probably going to be like, oh yeah, this thing is pretty awesome too. But this tractor is, yeah, it's awesome. Some over tire on the tracks, like a skid steer for less than 50,000. Oh yeah, maybe. I don't know. I assume Brock's taking off, so everybody wave bye to Brock. A handy little step here. Oh, okay. All right. Can we do like 6:15? Sorry, I thought I flipped that, but I forgot. Does that work? He doesn't like it, but that's what we're gonna do. So I gotta talk to Dad and confirm that. If something changes, I will text you, but let's plan on 6. All right, see ya. All right, back in my seat. And you guys get to go back in your little home phone holder deal here. Let's try and do this without hanging up on you. All right. Good to go. So Brock's going to drive the field cultivator back to our home base farm here that's 2 miles away. And then, all right, we got to switch here. You're on the wrong side. And then take our old pickup truck that we've got down here home because that's how he's getting home tonight. Okay. Phil's Choice. Yes, Phil's Choice. That's right. I'm glad you post every day. Almost every day. Yep. Quite an accomplishment. Yeah, it's way too much. But I don't know how to not do that. I don't know what to not film. So it's just the way I have to do it, I guess. Seen you driving down County Road T around 7:30 this morning on my school bus. Oh yeah, I passed a school bus this morning. You're right. I left the farm a little before 6 this morning with a tractor. It took me 2 hours to get here, so it was a long trip. You need to make the channel banner the 8RX. I think you were the only one that looks at the channel banner, but I will get to it. I got some really sweet footage today of the tractor, so maybe I can pull a screenshot out of there. But I really like that picture of the 8R that I've got on there. That's an awesome picture. You know where that picture is from? I'm pretty sure. I'd have to go back and double check it. But that picture is from when I had the tractor all cleaned up for my wedding. You really don't live too far from us. We live southeast of Bowling Green. Nice to see you guys getting it done. Yep, Bowling Green's not too far, especially from here. You getting any crusting after the rain? Yeah. The stuff that we planted early is crusted in. I'm a little bit concerned about it. There's nothing I can do about it right now. But yeah, it definitely is a concern and something we're going to have to watch. A little bit of rain Saturday wouldn't be the worst thing from that standpoint. Is there any Dr. Peppers in the RX fridge? There is not, dude. I totally screwed up on the stocking the tractor up before I left this morning. I, for some reason in the back of my mind, thought, oh yeah, the fridge is good. I got snacks in there. We're good to go. And then I got down here and I opened it up and I had a half a bottle of water and my kids half drank Gatorade. And I'm like, oh no. So fortunately we got a fridge down here in our grain shed that had 2 bottles of water in it. I swiped those. I did have some snacks. And earlier I was able to go and grab some lunch at a gas station that's really close. So I grabbed a couple of things there. But that was a major mistake not having it. I did bring a Dr. Pepper with me when I left this morning, but no extras. You're going to get a brand new John Deere corn header, just like you got a brand new John Deere combine and draper. Nope, we decided not to update the corn head because there wasn't that much to gain from doing so. No real reason to do it, so we did not, and probably won't for a while. Next time we trade combines, most likely. Did you get the track problem on the RX resolved? Well, I didn't really have a problem. They're just getting warm, and I don't know what's normal and what's not, so I was checking things. Everything was within spec and within alignment, and not anything to be concerned about. They did get pretty warm on me on the way down here, and it was concerning, but I called the dealer, and they're checking into stuff, and everything seems to be okay. I don't know what is okay and what's not is the problem. Hi, Brock. I was a volunteer firefighter EMT for 20 years. It's a big commitment. I'm glad Nathan lets you go on all your runs. Yeah, I'm sure he'll read this and he'll see that. So thanks for that comment. Did you ever learn discount-wise with insurance for having... No, haven't asked. RX is a nice-looking tractor, but the 9.5R is one... Yeah, man, it is a sweet tractor. I got some really good footage of that one today, too. Tomorrow's video is going to be really good, so make sure you guys watch it tomorrow. How's the planning going? It's going well. Hi, Brad. Glad you guys almost halfway done. I'm well over halfway done with the corn. Does Brock have any chance in getting on full-time on fire, or does his department only use volunteers? Yeah, the fire department is all volunteer around here. Most all of them, except for some of the bigger cities or towns, I guess. He is full-time paramedic with the county EMS service, though, so that's his job and what he likes to do. Hi, Brock. Hi, Brock. Yep. Please don't change. I look forward to waking up and seeing a new video from you. Yeah. Farmers, please take your time and stay safe. Yep, do that. Hey, Nathan, how's it going? It is going well. Thanks for tuning in. Congratulations on the new child. Do you know the sex? Yes, we are having a girl this time, which we are very excited about. We try the Cart Ace from John Deere in wheat. Well, it's not called Cart Ace from John Deere. It's Machine Sync. But yeah, if both the new combine and the new tractor are capable, we are going to get that set up, hopefully. So maybe a little learning curve and take a little time, like doing the turn automation did here, but fully intend to try it. Oh yeah, this tractor turns itself. I forgot. I just started doing it. She's a little erratic sometimes. Use a little help finding its center. It seems, I don't know why every turn is not identical. It seems like it should just do it the same every time, but it's like the first 2 or 3 turns are just a little bit off, and then it does much better from there. So it's learning, I guess. Did the 8300 end up going very far from home? No, somebody probably 20 miles away bought it, so that's good, I guess. Make me want to be a farmer in my next life. Good luck. I don't know, bush beer might make a better banner. Yeah, well, that's true. I'll probably sue me for copyright infringement or something. Is it crusted to the point of needing rotary hoed yet? Well, the crops are not struggling to poke through the crust yet, but they hadn't really gotten to the point of trying to push through it. So I can't say that for sure one way or the other. It was hard enough I would have thought about it, but once it's hard enough you think about rotary hoeing, it's too late. So the rotary hoe is safely parked in the barn and is likely to remain there. If I have anything to say about it, which I do. There's the seat has got air conditioning in it, ventilation. If I sit on it just right, it squeaks, or it's got a high-pitched whine to it. Thanks for answering my questions. You're welcome. Order a Domino's pizza to the field with a 2-liter of Dr. Pepper. You know, I've always wondered if I could get a pizza delivered to the field. I think I could probably do it. I'm close enough to Toledo here that it ought to be able to be a thing. But with all of these like food delivery places, somebody ought to bring it to me, right? The issue is I don't have an address, but I could drop a pin. That wouldn't be hard to do. So, yeah, I don't know. Never done it, but I've thought about it. Are you and your wife enjoying your new home? Yes, very much so. It's awesome to be close to the farm there and everything. Yeah, very, very nice. Will you bring out the rotary if you don't get a rain? Yeah, like I said, I would like not to, but it might happen. Any names picked out for the next baker? Well, we're getting to the point where we've started talking about them. We're not very good at picking out names, and we're pretty slow to do it. Both of the boys' names were picked either on the way to or at the hospital, you know, right as they were being born. So, have not settled on anything yet. Hi from northern Minnesota. What interesting things have you found in the field that you've had to come to a stop and remove it? I don't know that I found anything this spring so far yet, but there's the occasional deer carcass or old fence post or, you know, that kind of stuff, tree branches. Well, one year in the field over there across the road, I picked up a tire on a cornhead snout. That was interesting. But yeah, there's stuff. Domino's supposed to be able to do it from a pin. They had a Sasquatch getting one in the middle of New York Park. Yeah, but that's in New York, right? I'm in the middle of a field. Alexandria or homage to Anna, or homage to Anna. Kids. Yeah, I'm not getting into the name discussion with you guys. Sorry, too public for right now. That road you're putting into between your house and the farm will be great for you and the kids. Yeah, that's the point. My kids, it's going to be very hard to keep them home and not going to Grandpa's. And I need them to be able to do it safely. Like, I have no problem with them going down there whenever they want. It would be nice if they would tell me. But if I can train them to stay off the road, it'll at least make me feel a little bit better. Insurance-wise, having Brock as an employee is like having a fire hydrant out in front of your home. Small discount on insurance policy. I'll ask my insurance agent sometime. Guys, I'm like all caught up. You got to ask me more questions. You planning on trying to get the yard graded and grass seeded yet this spring? Yeah. It's going to happen when it happens. My yard is an absolute disaster right now. I'm not very happy about it, but I have two things currently happening around the farmyard, or my house yard there. One, they're finally installing a leach field for my septic system. Now, they were there yesterday. They were not there today, which I'm not happy about, because they told me they were coming until it was done, and they didn't show up. Nor did they call to tell me they weren't showing up. So that has to get done before I can do any grading and stuff, because it just does. It's amazing. It's just amazing. If you missed the start of this video, AutoTrack turn automation. Dang, that's cool. Anyway, so that is at least in process of getting done. The other thing is I'm getting some gutters put on my seed warehouse that I should have done a long time ago, but they're finally coming to do that, which I just, yeah. So once the leach field is in, I can start grading, and I've got a lot of dirt to move. I need to cut down the hill on the back of the house. I need a lot of dirt filled in around septic tank and leach field, and some dirt taken out from the front of the house, and then I need a lot more fill put in and some topsoil, and so it might be a very long process to get any grass seeded. I would really like to, but I don't know when it's going to happen. So, yeah, as soon as possible, but it's going to be a while probably. Name your daughter Mandy. That's a cool name I've not heard much anymore. All right. I don't mind that one. Do you ever see a need for a 9RX on the farm? A need for it? I've always thought there was more value in tracks on the row crop tractors, the planter tractors, side dress, the stuff that's going in crop work more so than the tillage tractors, right? A tillage tractor, I'm taking all of the compaction out, especially the fall heavy tillage. Now, the spring field cultivator pass tracks would probably be an advantage to help spread that weight out and do a better job. Could I see us going that way? Yeah, I can. Is it likely to happen soon? No. More likely to get another, either an 8RX RT something, 2-track, 4-track, to pull the bean planter before we did anything with the big 9RX type. And we'll see how these tracks do and how they hold up and whether they become a maintenance. Nope, didn't help at all. Whether they become a maintenance nightmare or, you know, if they do all right, especially with our road trip to Berkey here and stuff. We'll see. We're learning on these tracks as we go here. How many hours is the break-in oil change on that tractor? Well, it's at least 100 up to 500. So unless my dealer tells me otherwise, we're probably going to leave the break-in oil in this year until we change oil next winter. Is there going to be a ramp between the new barn and the old barn? No, there is not. We're going to leave that step in there. Those doors are supposed to stay closed at all times to keep all the birds and dust out. That's the idea. Will we get a house tour? I thought you were going to get a house tour. I'd still like to do a house tour, but it's looking less likely. So I don't know. I'm hoping to do one at some point. I haven't had a good time. I don't know when a good time's going to be. So I don't know. Any side shutter on those front tracks? I believe it was a complaint that Millennial Farmer had. I would be curious to know after you have traveled to and back from Berkey. Yeah, so I remember watching those videos, and his complaint was not the front tracks. It was pulling his high-speed planter at just the right speed. Like, I think he said it was like 6 to 7 miles an hour. The rear tracks actually had a little vibration and stutter to them. But John Deere addressed that. His tractor that he was demoing was one of the very first 8RXs. And you see that little black wheel there, that little roller between the two big idlers? That was added after the fact and was not on the one that he ran. And so I think that they got that feedback probably from more than just him. And that's how they fixed it and addressed that chatter. And so, no, I have not had that issue at all. Thanks for the live. My sanity greatly appreciates. You're welcome. Don't seem to take vacations. What do you do to unwind? Do you see what I am driving? You think I need to unwind? No. I understand what you're saying, but I mean, I'm good. It's like it's so seasonal, or not even seasonal. It changes by the day, right? Like last week, Wednesday and Friday, I literally sat around doing nothing. Browsing Tractor House, walking around the farm like, oh, what can I do? Twiddling my thumbs doing nothing because it was too wet to be in the fields. It was too wet to do anything outside. We just couldn't do anything. And, you know, I went home at 4:30 in the afternoon. But then, like today, I'm going to work 18 hours or more, 20 hours today. You know, I started at 5:30 this morning, and I won't get home until after 1. So, yeah, it makes up for itself. But this isn't, you know, this is fun. I really enjoy this. This is a good time for me. The worst part of it is that I don't get to see my kids and my wife. And I called them right before I did this live stream so that I would get to at least talk to them today. So, yeah, but I do go on vacation occasionally. Last year, you may remember that we went with my wife's family to South Carolina and spent a week there. So it does happen occasionally. We don't really have anything planned for this summer, but we're having a baby. I will be taking a little bit of time off from not only the farming, but the video making when we have a baby. So there is that. My mother is planning a vacation for the entire family for next summer, 23, so we'll see. I do take vacations occasionally. How's the fuel rate on the 8RX compared to the old one? About the same. on a per acre basis. I don't think it's really any different. Let's see, what does it say we're doing right now? We are using 8 gallons to the hour, 0.3 gallons per acre, according to the monitor. I don't feel like that's bad. People like to complain about fuel usage and compare them and stuff, and I get it, and I know fuel is expensive now, but the difference between tractors has got to be so minor that fuel is an insignificant cost in the grand scheme of things anyway. Even at $4 a gallon, fuel is still relatively insignificant in the grand scheme of things. You want to compare my fuel bill to my fertilizer bill? Like, you wouldn't worry about the fuel at all. You'd be like, all right, how do we cut fertilizer? Don't worry about the fuel. And so whether my tractor burns 0.3 gallons per acre planting corn or 0.4, I don't care. That's insignificant. You're talking about the difference of 20 cents an acre. You know, on a combine, if we're burning 2 gallons to the acre to harvest corn versus 2.5 or 1.5, it's a half a gallon to the acre. It's $2. It's not significant. So I don't worry about fuel too much. When crop prices are this high, can you still contract for this fall? And if so, what are they now for corn and soybeans? Yes. You absolutely can contract for this fall. Let me try something real quick. I hope you're not gone away. Turn on mobile hotspot. Okay. Trying to connect my iPad, and I will tell you, I'll look up what crop prices are in our local markets for this fall. We have contracted stuff for this fall delivery. Some of it at really good prices. Some of it at what are no longer really good prices, but were when we sold it. Anderson grain. Cash bids. So yeah, we can always forward contract and sell ahead. Some elevators are more willing to work with you than others, but we've actually got some 23 wheat sold. We could sell 24 wheat if we really wanted to right now. I don't really want to right now, but it is a possibility. Mommy cash corn price for today, old crop, 766.5 a bushel. That's really good. October, November, fall delivery is at 728 a bushel that we can sell corn for. It was up 17 today. I can sell for March of 23 for 738. So there's 10-cent carry from harvest to March. That's not a lot, but it's something. Soybeans, cash price today, 16.18. That's, again, really good. October, November delivery, 14.40. That's a pretty dang good price. Hard not to sell some, and we have sold some. Wheat, new crop wheat for July of 22 is at 11.58. 11.58. That's insane. It was up 65 today. Ha! How about that? The problem is our wheat crop is subpar. We don't have as many acres as we were supposed to, and we don't going to have very much to sell because we've already contracted some for way less than 11.58, let me tell you. But like right now, they have a bid on their website for July of 23 for 10.96. Also a very good price. Can't take that one right now. And also July of 24 for 9.51. Is 9.51 a good price for July of 24 wheat, a crop that we're going to plant 2 years from now? It might be, but how much is my nitrogen going to cost me then? I have no idea. So yeah, it's yeah, we can sell it. It's just a matter of whether or not you want to. How late will you be tonight? Sorry, moving on. How late? Probably going to finish planting what I need to get done somewhere around midnight, and then I have an hour drive home. I have to answer this one. I hope